Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special housing report because we've just got the numbers for June from the Real Estate Institute and they show the housing market in a full swing slump. Prices are down 1.4% in June from May and they're now down 3.4% from the November 2007 peak. Now this is the median price, down 3.4%. And you can see here from this chart that we've been bumping along at the top since November and we're starting to go down the other side of the hill. But let's look at some of the individual figures because that 3.4% fall from the peak actually disguises some bigger falls in some of the individual markets. Wellington prices now, the median price, down 10.6% from the peak. Northland down 15.6%. Manawatu Wanganui down 13.8%. Otago down 10%. Southland, get this, down 18.9% from the peak. Now Auckland itself is only down 5.4% and Christchurch down 6.6%, and they're big volume cities. So that's helped keep the median around that 3.4% level. But if you have a look a bit more closely at what is actually happening in the market, you can see that the number of days to sell a property, so how difficult it is to sell a house right now, has blown out to 53 days on average to sell a house from 49 days in May, and this compares with 30 days a year ago. So it now takes almost twice as long to sell your house as it used to a year ago or so. Volumes too, the number of houses actually being sold in the market, they're down 42% from a year ago. So it's worth now having a look at a few charts because we love charts here at interest.co.nz and we've got plenty of them. Firstly, median house price growth. You can see here that where through 2004-05 it was growing at nearly 10% plus a year, it's now down into the negative territory. Median house prices up in a clear incline for 3 or 4 years, flat through the end of last year, now starting to fall. Let's have a look at the number of actual sales and the number of days to sell. Firstly, days to sell. Big jump here. This shows a market in deep trouble. Number of houses sold, bumping along at a pretty reasonable 9,000 a month or so through 2004, 5 and 6. It's just gone through the floor. And let's have a look at the longer term house prices. Now this goes back to 1997 or so and shows that house prices meandered around between 97 and 2002. A little bit of growth here and there, then they exploded. And we're starting to see prices come back now. And then finally, have a look at this chart, which we've prepared, which takes into account the latest figures from the Reserve Bank on housing loan approvals. So this is quite a forward-looking indicator. This is before the house has actually been sold. This tells you how much activity is out there in the market right now and will be reflected in house sales prices in a couple of months' time. And you can see that it's a very close match. The mortgage approvals number has been dropping like a stone for the last 4 or 5 months, and house prices have been following along 2 or 3 months behind. That indicates that we're in for some significant falls in house prices, and not just in individual pockets, but across the country. We here at interest.co.nz reckon that house prices are likely to fall 30% from their peaks in November. That would mean the median house price falls from around 350,000 to around 250,000. I'm Bernard Hickey for interest.co.nz. As Richard III said, now is the winter of our discontent. Bernard Hickey, interest.co.nz.